Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. Garliv is saying hello as well. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor and we are back in the Ringló Vale. We are still helping the lumbers of Ethring. So for the time being we only need to talk to the new hires in the town and see what else we'll need to do from there. And it seems we are about to be done, really, with this area as well, with the King's Gondor version of Ringló Vale. We will be moving to Lamedon afterwards. So I'm a little bit conflicted on this regard, because on one hand, a lot of people have criticized the expansion because it takes a long time in Gondor, like at least half of it from what I hear, because we have Old West King's Gondor, so that is Dol Amroth, Ringló Vale, Lamedon, Belfalas, Blackroot Vale, and then we have Outer Gondor, and then we have Outer Gondor. And Outer Gondor has some other regions to explore as well. So the expansion takes a long time in Gondor before you get to go to Umbar proper. And I understand why people are upset about that. I also want to check Umbar on my own, of course. But on the other hand, as we have discussed many times before, we really hadn't had the chance of seeing Gondor under the sunlight. And it might sound like a minor thing, actually, but it makes such a big difference. It has made such a big difference in our journeys through Gondor so far that I am trying to enjoy this as well, without thinking too much about Umbar. But on the other hand, as much as I want to go to Umbar, I'm still a little bit disappointed that on every one of these regions we're only getting 12 quests, because I remember when we were first coming through Gondor, through the west, during the Dawnless Day, and each one of these areas had like 20 or 30 quests. And you spent a long time in here getting to know the people, of course, but also exploring and going to different places and all. And it seems that, at least for me, we are rushing through Gondor right now. And as a Gondorian lover, I'm a little disheartened to see that we are rushing through Gondor, but at the same time I understand we need to rush through Gondor to get to Umbar. And there are people that are mad because Gondor is taking so long. So I mean I get all of it, and I am conflicted. That's what I am conflicted with Gondor in this expansion.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Work at the lumber camp. Count me in. I can't even bring my own axe. Why do I already have my own axe? What kind of woman doesn't own an axe? Yeah, these are dangerous times. Having an axe will not hurt anyone. Unless they are trying to hurt you, of course.
Gondor needs your aid.
I was injured when the cold came to make for Minas Tirith. I missed my chance to fight, but I am all healed up now. If fell interest is what Gondor needs, then I'll do it. Yeah, each one of us does what we can.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I am flattered you think me fitting for such a trade, but I am already apprenticed to a smith. Well, you're still doing work, so I'm not annoyed. I mean, I understand.
How may I help you, friend?
Wait. You are asking me if I want to work at the lumber camp? You do remember me, don't you? I was one of Dravron's men. I would appreciate a second chance. When I agreed to work for Dravron, I didn't realize how far he was willing to take his little scheme. By the time I did, it felt like it was too late to back out. I'll talk to Dornak and try to make amends. Well, to be honest, I didn't remember you, so I'm glad it worked out in the end and that you are trying to atone for your previous deeds. Hopefully you'll get a second chance and hopefully you'll make the most out of it. And yeah, I knew we were needed to talk to this guy. He's the only named NPC we haven't talked to yet.
How may I help you, friend?
You suggest I put my studies aside to go sweat in the forest, hacking away at trees, being eaten alive by insects? I am far too refined for that. Yeah, I can tell by your garb. But it never hurts to ask. Anyway, 3 out of 5 is not bad. I'll make sure to tell Dornak, and we'll see where we go from there. Please let me complete the Explorer deed before we leave. The bolt holes. I mean, I have no idea what that is. But if we come here to Western Gondor and here to Central Gondor, the Ringló Vale, here we have Grisru, of course, Darmatum, and where are the bolt holes? I have no idea what the bolt holes are. Please tell me there is a quest that will teach me where the bolt holes are. Otherwise, I don't know where to go.
Gondor needs your aid.
That was a more successful turnout than I expected. Thank you for going into town for me.
Everyone tells me what a help you've been today.
If ever you decide to build a home in Gondor, come see me about sourcing your timber. I'm sure I could offer a more than fair price after everything you've done for us. Well, I already have my house in Gondor and, well, I mean Minas Tirith, but also my house in Belfalas. But if at any point I get the chance of getting another house in Gondor, you will be the first one to know.
If you are headed to Lamedon, could you speak to a Cooper friend of mine, Rusquin?
I have sent word to some of our neighbors that we are resuming production. If you are headed for Lamedon, could you speak to a copper friend of mine, Rusquin? She would be happy to learn that we are back in business. Alright, we got the vector for Lamedon, and we have got 3 locations to find. And I mean, I know the vault holes. Is that here? I mean, that was the spider in nest. But I don't have any idea what else it could be. I mean, it could be. We have Aelendoth, the crossing hole, the lumber camp, Grisru, got Darmatham, and this other landmark. I can't say which one it is. The plugin doesn't let me get there, but the bolt holes. I am really stumped by this one. And I don't think there's still enough info on a wiki, for example, to check where that one is. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a section on the southern portion of the forest, because, well, we didn't really get much time to explore that place. But at the same time, that would suck if we need to backtrack. I will check that in just a moment. I mean, we are still missing a couple more quests, I believe. Oh no! We just need to complete one more quest, which is this one. So at least we don't need to worry about that, but we do need to locate the other places in the Ringló Vale, and the bolt holes. God, you gotta throw me a bone in here with this one. Oh, for God's sake. I also want to double check how many tokens of heroism I have. Well, 39 out of 60. still can get a couple more before I need to run to the Hardened Traveler. Well, at least this seems like it will be a great place. Yeah, you have discovered Grishu, a great place to farm the Orc Slayer Deed, because there are a lot of those guys in here. I mean, yeah, lots of orcs. No quest, which is a shame. But there are lots of orcs in here. No sign of the bolt holes. God, what is that? Where am I supposed to go for that? I do remember there was a cave behind this camp, but that cave didn't have that name unless it has been repurposed. It's not even being repurposed, it's sealed. We cannot get there. I'm afraid we will need to backtrack. Let's see if we can cross the river, and in the meantime I'll see if I can find anything regarding that place. Well, wouldn't you know, the location is already updated on the wiki, and as I feared, it is so far to the south. I'm wondering right now, why didn't I find it on the last episode? At least I'm glad to hear I was on the right track. Well, at least the notion I had of where to look was the right one. And we need to backtrack, and I think the best way of backtracking would be through the stable master. What a shame. If I had known. Would have done so already. All this seems to be, yeah, delving gear plus the rewards from
Gondor
book one.
has a king again.
We're gonna grab a quick stable master to part rest and backtrack just a little bit before we continue towards Lamedon. We also need to find Darmatium, but I know where that one is at least. And it's on our way to Lamedon. So we are gonna, yeah, do some backtracking here. At least this allows me to take a quick look at how Dor and Ernil looks at daytime, because on the Dor and Ernil episode it was nighttime, and it doesn't look as pretty if you ask me. This one looks better, really nice, really nice. Oh, Athalas Essence, level 141. Umbari Soil, Umbari Walks, Umbari Parchments, Task Item, more Task Item, Sea Stones, and these are just trophies that you can sell for some silver, so I might save that for later. Now, see if I'm trying to avoid some of the spiders and wolves. Just want to check the location of my map before moving on. You have discovered the bolt holes. Oh, and there are quests in here. As you approach the bolt holes, you recall a conversation you overheard on the road. Why the bolt holes? This from a younger woman in hand-me-down armor and threadbare boots. Her traveling companion, whose grey cloak obscured her appearance, worked some jerky in the corner of her mouth before answering. If the guard are after you, you bolt into a hole. You know, to hide. So if you commit a crime in Ethric or Baradril, the bolt holes are where you go when you need to hide. I suppose. You don't like the name? I think it sounds silly. Out east I heard there's a group of bandits making camp in a place called Thama Aklam. That sounds so much more impressive. Greycloak sighed. It only sounds more impressive because the name isn't in Western. Everyone who knows only one tongue thinks words from other languages to be dramatic and special, just because they sound different. Thama Aklam likely means something boring like the big camp. As if you know more than one language, Threadbare Boots scoffed. I do, Greycloak said. For example, Nastadia Vilinqui Tauramundo. What does that mean? It means, your beauty outmatches the stars themselves, in Quenya. Oh, Threadbare Boots said, blushing. I think you're beautiful too. Which is all to say, you may want to defeat some brigands in the bolt holes. Yeah, that was a funny exchange. Anyway, as you survey the bolt holes, you find many spare quivers of crossbow bolts. Disarming the brigands would help safeguard the passage between Dorenernil and Ringló Vale. Now, this is what I meant. We are getting some pop-up quests that will allow us to complete the deed of the Ringló Vale with quests to spare. So now that leaves me wondering if I've missed any pop-up quest in Lin here. In Dorenernil. And then we'll need to double check that. God. This is more complex than it needs to be. Come over here. Would you please stop lagging? Now, I really need to check if I missed any quest in Dorenernil, and if so, I will need to come back to that later. There we go. Oh, Umbar weaponsmith scroll case. Is my weaponsmith already at the Umbar tier? Yeah, I can take that one. Awesome. Oh, please stop lagging, will you? Thank you. Now. Yeah, please stop lagging. You have defeated many brigands in the bolt holes, making it safer for all who travel between Dorenernil and Ringló Vale. And with that, we have completed quests of Ringló Vale as well, of Ringló Vale renewed. So we got some reputation, the title, wit is now level 88 and maxed. And now we are earning some more virtue XP for confidence. Talk to Lighting. Alright. That's what I thought. Aid to the Ringló Vale, 2000 reputation. 2000 virtue XP. You have done much to aid the people of the Ringló Vale in the renewal of Gondor. And as you can see, wit is completed. For the time being, we'll need to level up a little bit more to unlock more virtue ranks. But that is good for now. And now let me just double check because wanna see if I'm able to locate any quests I might have missed in Dol Amroth, but well, there doesn't seem to be a lot of information online about any potential quests that I might have missed, and since I have already completed that deed, I think it's safe to assume I have them all, so we're gonna continue where we were. Let me grab... oh no, that was not the scroll that I wanted. I got a metalsmith, and I don't have an Umbar in metalsmith yet. Expertly forged Umbari dagger. Sharp dagger, okay. And here what do we have? Expertly forged broad Umbari torch. Man, that looks nice. Maybe I can try and save that for later. If I'm able to level up a metalsmith. Otherwise I might sell the recipes, just that I don't have enough backspace in this. Still blue dye. God, I don't know what to do. I mean, I can certainly make up the space for this, but I will need to spend some time, and I think that would be better off if I do that off camera anyway. But I want to check. Seems to be the exact same cosmetic as the dagger we have in here, so okay. As I said, I plan to use that one on my mariner. All right. Ah, yeah, we need to talk to Lyrin. We cannot leave yet.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Lighting laughs when you present your bounty of crossbow bolts. Hello again, old friend. Now, where did you get this? You tell her of your encounter at the bolt holes. She laughs harder. I am glad to see you have not changed since you left Ethring. Always solving problems and helping the common folk, huh? Please, make time to speak to Arviathar while you are here. I am sure he will be as pleased to see you as I am. Yeah, if I had gotten this quest before doing the rest of Ethring, that would have been a great vector, but I missed that. And now I am wondering, was there any other vector to the vault holes? I remember something when we discovered... I think it was brigands in the beacon in Dol Amroth, but that was sending you to Tomb Laden. I don't know how this one is supposed to connect to the rest, but anyway, bottom line, we got the Explorer deed and we got the quests, which I was not expecting, but that's good. And we're about to complete that Explorer deed in just a moment. We're halfway through with the new deed of the renewal of Gondor as well. So, if memory serves me right, you would leave the road at this point and you will continue north until you find Darmatum. Oh my god, this spider looks huge, but it was just an illusion, it seems. Doo-doo. Oh, that was a remix of the Belfalas music. Awesome. Okay, Darmatum, it's gonna be this one, right? And this seems like this would be a great place to farm spiders. We have discovered Darmatum. Ah, there are more quests in here. Awesome. Fledgling creatures writhe within their clutches, threatening to spill out in the forests of Ringló Vale. Use fire to prevent them from growing into real threats. Okay. Spiders skitter about Darmatum, silent despite their size. They appear to be hunting the local fauna to grow their numbers. It is only a matter of time before they chance attacking a traveler on the road. For the safety of Gondor, they cannot be ignored. Alright, and let me check what we got here in this deed. Traveler of Ringló Vale renewed. So yeah, some more virtue XP and reputation. And the title, of course. You have explored the settlements, enemy encampments, natural landmarks, and other places of note in the Ringló Vale in great detail. So yeah. There were more than enough quests to complete the deed in the Ringló Vale. 16 by my count. As opposed to the barely 12 we found in Dol Amroth. There's definitely something going in here. Hopefully I didn't miss any quests. Alright, 4 out of 10. I remember this place was a pain to explore. Even without the landscape difficulty, it was so filled with ruthless death. And now the dead have been replaced by spiders. And let's see if the entrance to the cave is also available. Doesn't seem to be. But we'll need to double check that as well. No, it seems not. Oh, I missed it. Alrighty. One spider and one egg sac, and we'll be on our way. Oh, there it is. The road between Ethrink and Calembel is safer for your efforts. And here we have the last one. What about this one? You have defeated many spiders in Darmatum, making it safer for all who travel between Ringló Vale and Lamedon. And once again, that seems to be it. With this, we can go back to the road and continue our way towards Calembel. it's been a long while since we were in Calembel, and now that we are leaving Ringló Vale, we've been able to take a look at all the areas that were previously only available during the Dawnless days. So we took a look at Ringló Vale, Dol Amroth, Lower Lebanon, Upper Lebanon, Arnak, Ithilien way back then. So we did good. Dol Amroth, Lower Lebanon, and Upper Lebanon. We have traveled a long way from Minas Tirith, and you barely felt it. I barely felt the distance this time around. Whereas when we were doing this the other way, marching towards Minas Tirith to defend it, it felt so long because we were doing so many quests and so many things in each one of these areas. It's crazy to think that we were able to do like half of Gondor in about 15 episodes. That's a lot. And I think we are really not gonna spend a long time here in Lamedon either. By the looks of it, we're gonna get, of course, Explorer Deed, a really short and easy one. And we're also gonna get a quest deed for 12 quests, like the other ones. And that's gonna be it. And Lamedon is a really small map as well, so I wouldn't expect it to be anything too strange in here. Well, at least we already know how Lamedon looks, so if nighttime catches us in here, I wouldn't be as upset about that one. Yeah, why not? Let's grab some of this and we'll sell that later. Garthaben excitedly calls you over to him.
The king and queen have come to Calembel!
It is true, they are here with their entire retinue. I saw them going to speak with Galengam. Look for his shop to the northwest inside the city and you might catch a glimpse of them. Imagine that, the king and queen here in Lamedon. I never would have expected them to travel so far from Minas Tirith, and yet I saw them with my own eyes. Yeah, I do remember Galengam. A little bit. And here we are, back at Lamedon. So, Explorer of Lamedon renewed Calembel. Nathrendalf, Dinadab, Lothgovel, Bar Elir, and Roz Ladâr. I think all those names also ring a bell as well. Thratendalf, okay, that's the swamp in there. Dinadab. These are the beacons. No, Magont and the fallen beacon. Dinadab. Where is Dinadab? Is this one? Lothgovel, Bar Elir, and Roz Ladâr don't ring a bell. And Dinadab. Is Dinadab this town in here maybe? Well, once again, there are some places we already know where to find and some others that we'll need to find on our own. The man spoke true. The shop is very crowded with King Elisar's retinue. So Glindor, Borndir, Liniel, Yodeth, Galengam has proven a very talkative host. He never stops speaking. I seem to remember that. Yodeth is not part of my suspects, just so you know, because we also know her very much by now, and I wouldn't doubt him. Eladan, Elrohir, Legolas, Kyavar in here. Are you drinking? Do not wish to talk right now? Okay, I will respect that, but drinking is not the answer. Lord Neon? A father? Grethril? Where is Rosaran? And where is Glindor? Glindor, okay. And what is Rosaran? He should be here, or did he leave to meet his wife? Because Rosaran's wife is here somewhere. I don't remember the name of the town, but I think it's Tadrent. I think that's where Rosaran's wife is located. Ostlantir, one of those two.
If there was ever any doubt that I sell only the finest of goods, let that doubt now be dispelled.
I am to be the personal merchant of the King and Queen of Gondor themselves, as I always dreamed. Let me check about this one. Agility, vitality. I would lose a lot of vitality here. Critical rating, and well, I would also lose some finesse. But that doesn't sound so bad. Now here we can take a look at these armor pieces. They share the looks with the crafted gear, so I will not worry too much about completing the sets now. But I will need to level up my metalsmith to be able to craft the heavy set. But in my opinion, the one that looks best is the medium set anyways, so it's the one that looks more cursory, if you will.
When I awoke this morning, I did not think I should be made the king's own merchant by the afternoon.
And yet, so it is. Let the passing of the war lead to great wealth and riches for Galengam, personal merchant of the king and queen.
Galengam has been promised nothing of the kind by either my husband or myself.
Yeah, I thought as much. But he seems so happy that neither of us have the heart to correct him. He is an excitable man, is he not? Yes, he is.
How were your travels? Were you able to help the folk of Dol Amroth and the Ringló Vale?
You tell Elessar about Kyavar's unfortunate homecoming and he frowns. I am sorry to hear that. The war was not easy for anyone. And I sympathize with the plight of Kyavar's family, even as I believe they treat him unfairly. I can only hope that in time they will open their hearts to him again. Of course, now is to speak with Prince Imrahil of Dol Amroth. I have sent Rosaran ahead to prepare our way. Oh, thank you for answering my question. Okay, and that was it, basically just a quick stop at Calembel, and now the king and company are moving onwards to Dol Amroth. Alright. A little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. At least we know what. Well, at least we were able to check in with Elessar and everyone else and see how they're doing. At least we know why Rosaran isn't here. Hopefully he got the chance to talk to his wife before going to Dol Amroth. Fear for the guy. I mean, I feel him. He must be missing her so much. Oh, bounty. But no quest in the bounty board. What a shame.
You there, adventurer! Looking for some coin in return for a simple job?
It's nearly time for the workers in the commandorial fields outside the city to have their meal. Take up this basket and bring their meals to them, and I'll reward you for your time. Just a moment.
Greetings. I am Calfeth, pottery merchant and worried daughter.
My father, Mildeal, was supposed to bring up a shipment of pottery up to the city today, but he has yet to show. I am sure that he is fine, as he is wont to get distracted while working with the clay, but if you are heading down to Lofgavell, would you be so kind as to look for him? There are still dangerous folk lingering about Thathrendalf, and I fear my father may wander too close to their camp in search of supplies for his craft. Alright, I don't need to carry the basket straight away. That's fortunate.
I'm glad that tale ended well. And I'm glad that Dornar finds himself in good spirits. Perhaps he will be inclined to offer me a discount on my next order.
Ah, but where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. To deliver a condensed version of what transpired with Dravrin in the Ringló Vale and that Dorknack sends his regards? So are you flirting with him, right?
Greetings, I am Rusquin, maker of fine barrels and crates.
If you're looking for work, I am in need of someone to collect wood outside the city's walls. Fear not, for I shan't ask you to chop it yourself. I did that already yesterday and left it there to dry a bit. No sense in my lugging it back up the hill when I can pay coin to have some gold. That is, some fine individual to gather it for me. Yeah, you don't need to sugarcoat your words. I understand exactly what you mean. I will help you anyway, because there's some good coin and experience in it.
Our hurts are so easily forgotten by those in power.
Hey, you there! I mean, excuse me, brave Warden, will you be heading into Belfalas? Due to the lumber camp situation in Ringló Vale, multiple shipments have been delayed. Bruid is in town and needs to be notified. Send this list to her, please. The last word barely makes it past the man's gritted teeth. I think I remember you, Halam.
I never thought to see such happy days as these.
I'll help you. I want to check in on Bruidis. That's Razaran's wife, if I remember correctly, so I really want to see how she's doing.
I hear that you have offered your assistance to our fair city, and I'm inclined to take you up on that.
I am Tharnian, captain of the guard here at Calembel. Orcs have taken up residence at Roz Ladâr near the foothills west of the city. Their might was broken during the war, but having so many gather in one place again will only spell trouble. I bid you do what you can to reduce their numbers. Okay, stragglers at the foothill. And there was another quest ring around town in here. Let me see if I can find it, because it seems that is the last quest. No, it's not the last one. My god, there are a lot of things to pick up in here.
You there! I charge you with assisting Calembel.
As you draw near, the guard straightens and looks around to see if anyone is listening. I recognize you. Word of your deeds has even reached those of us who spend most of our days underground. Dunak, the other guard who works at the prison with me, has gone missing. I cannot leave my post any longer to search for him, but perhaps you could keep an eye out for him? Sure. Now. Alright. Since we're about to finish exploring town and picking up all quests we can. Angbor! Awesome! How are you doing? Man, I'm so glad to see you. You take a few steps to the side with Drambor so he can speak quietly to you. Having father home has been really wonderful, but even though he left me in charge of Calembel when he went to war, I think he thinks I'm still just a little kid. I've been volunteering to bring messages from the city to the two beacons to show him how responsible I am, but... He glances at his father Angbor and lowers his voice so much that you can barely hear him. Well, you see, I was on my way back from the beacons with a bag full of missives for my father when I was attacked by some annoyingly aggressive Avang. I managed to get away, but they snatched my bag from me. I haven't told him yet that I've lost it, but maybe with your help I won't have to. Can you look for it? I admit I'm not sure I remember exactly where I lost it. There was a waterfall nearby. I remember that much. Listen, it was dark, okay? And I was running. Anyhow, look for my pack near one of the waterfalls between here and the beacons. Oh, and if you can exact a vicious revenge upon those overgrown lizards, so much the better. Okay, well, we have the waterfalls marked, but it could be any one of those. We'll need to look.
Since you are heading in that direction anyhow, why don't you do us all a favor and put down as many of those annoying Avank as you can?
Not only will I have my revenge, but it will make the waterways and routes safer for other travelers as well. Alrighty. Lots of stuff to do here in town, but it seems that is it, right? Let's see how many of these quests we can advance before the end of today's episode. We still have a little bit of time left. Oh, we got a lot in here. Yeah, basically all quests in Lamedon are gonna be this. Alright, it seems there's a location inside the city we need to check for clues about Dunach. Is that right? And that will allow me to double check just in case I missed any NPC with another quest for me. Oh, wow. Dunach lies on the ground and moving. A trail of blood leads away from the slain guard. Yeah, I saw the blood. That's how I found him on the first place. What happened here? This one, where does it lead? Okay, I see the other one. Thank God for floating names. Okay, there's some wood in here. Let me grab the wood really quick. Oh, there's another one in here. This doesn't look good. Okay, just crosses the breach. Into the town? Yeah. The blood has led you to an injured woman.
Relax. I shan't try to run from you. Yes, I killed Dunach, and I would do it again.
Even knowing it would mean return. But this cut across my flesh is as to nothing compared to that which he dealt with my heart. He dealt my heart. Dunach is the reason that the foul murderer Gondor was allowed to break free of Calembel's prison. That curse laid my husband Horthyr on his way to escape towards the mountains. I vowed to revenge Horthyr, and so have I done. I will stand trial if I must, but I could not let Dunach set any more prisoners free. Here, take this. She reaches a shaking hand into a pocket and withdraws a small book. I searched Dunach's house one day while he was on duty and found this. It's an accounting of prisoners he has left free in return for bribes. How many other murderers, thieves, and traitors did he allow to slip their bonds? If we cannot trust the law, we must take what measures we must. I will accept judgment, but I beg you bring this book to Lord Angbor and let him be the one who decides my fate. Go now. Eldaril is about to say Sumishat, and I do not wish for an audience.
Good day to you. I'm Eldaril, one of the healers of Calembel.
If you are making your way up the hill to Calembel, may I impose upon you to bring a crate of Camendril tonics to the barracks? Many soldiers came back from the war wounded, and the potions aid in their healing. Bring the crate to Lamedon, and he will show you what is to be done. I do remember Gondor and how we chased him across half of Lamedon, basically. And I do remember a little bit about Dunach, but not much. It seems, as you can see, he was a traitor. So of course, Angbor will want to know this. But God knows what judgment he'll come to. No Corsair deed. Okay, what a shame. Or do I already have a Corsair deed? Yeah. I already have one. Alrighty. Okay, more wooding here. Just one more location to check for wood, and it's going to bring us really close to one of the waterfalls we need to investigate. Let us see what we can find in there. All right. There are no Avan here, nor any missing packs. Yeah, I thought as much, but we still needed to check. Okay, we're really close to the orc camp, it seems. I don't think we'll be able to deal with it. But, well, at least we know we are really close. Here we have the vineyards. I do remember these ones. For the epic, last time we were here. Oh, thank you. My stomach recently growled so loud I thought orcs were attacking. Well, you don't need to go hungry anymore. I'm famished. To give it here, won't you? Yeah, take it. That's what I brought it. Is this from Tebradon? Please send my thanks. It's not fish again, is it? Alright. We don't have enough time, maybe, but let us get a little bit closer to the enemy camp, assess the situation, maybe, and we'll see. I think we'll still need to leave that for later, but maybe there are a couple of quests that we can pick up, and that would still give us time today for doing it. I mean, this seems to be the enemy camp anyway. You know what? We might be able to do it. Roz Ladâr. We need to defeat 12 orcs, which is of course a lot, but since this camp is so small... Oh, didn't see you there. Or maybe it's deceptively small. Because you see here, it goes up the hill. Oh my god, stop that. Maybe there's something we need to discover. Deep into the camp. If we keep climbing... Well, this seems like another great spot for farming. The Orc Slayer did. For God's sake. There is a captain in here, but... nothing else noteworthy that I can see. Okay, this is gonna be the last orc. Okay. Yeah, it seems there's not anything else in here. Yeah, and I don't want to risk pulling those guys. Let's try to leave camp without attracting too much attention. Spoke too soon. Oh, please die. That was close. Yeah, the camp was deceptively small. And there were two different paths you could take to get to the top. But other than that, I don't see anything else in here. So it seems that was it. So, in order to avoid any issues in the future, we're gonna map back to Calembel and we're gonna pick up from there on the next episode. Took not as much. I mean, it was faster than I thought it would be, this orc camp. Okay, and here we can start turning in some of these quests, but that will need to wait truly until the next one. For the time being though, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.